Last year, we were here at 78 residents, this particular project, and you shared with me the vision, idea, and all behind the project. Once again, I would like you to share the vision.
So for us last year, 78 residents was a big deal, and the vision was really about being a part of reducing the housing deficit and much more creating affordable housing. Being a part of our vision to really make families happy. To make individuals or even new couples happy, give people homes, and really be a part of a big value chain. You get. And more importantly for us, right, 78 Residents was a project where we just really wanted to create and show a track record. Anyone who is going to do business with you or even give you money for business, they definitely want to see that this is what you've done before, right? You would definitely want to ask me one time, like, okay, what have you done before? And we're able to show you that we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. So it was less about profits, but more about the track record, more about this is what we can build, this is our capacity, and people are able to entrust us to doing so much more.
With a project like this, it comes with its own ups and downs, a lot of challenges, and on the outside it looked glamorous, and people would always think maybe these people have won money kept somewhere. Recently, you were nominated, awarded for Forbes Under 30. I would like to know what was the major challenges and how were you able to overcome them?
So some of the major challenges and experience we encountered on the project, like every other young company out there, number one was really about financing, right? We're seeing money at 38%, 40%.
Really?
Yes. And of course, like, we can't embark on a project like this with how volatile things are in the system, where the price of things change overnight sometimes. So we literally had to embark on the projects leveraging just on sales really, and our own personal funds also. We had to liquidate some of the things we had and just to make sure the project keeps going. Another major challenge, just as I said, we leveraged really on sales, was from some of our subscribers. Having to leverage on sales and then having subscribers that default on payments. Now we have to leverage on people's payments, but now people also default. So that way it really affected us. Thirdly, I would say inflation. Inflation was very insane for us. Yes. For a project like this, it's a joint venture. We do not have that much capital to be able to buy land and erect very massive projects. So we literally just need to leverage so much more on what is available in the market. And don't forget that I said it's important for us also to be able to create track record. So we just had to jump on what was available to achieve our vision and also build our track record. When we started the project, we did our numbers. It made sense, right? From the sharing ratio, of course, it was not so much of a very good deal like that, but also we did our numbers still, and it made sense. Our costs of sales at the time was, okay, what I mean by our cost of sales, I mean like the total sales on the project was about 1.9 billion, and the cost of the project was about 1.6. So it was going to cost us 1.6 billion to deliver the projects, and 1.9 when we sell the entire thing, that is our unit, to be able to finance it. So of course, it made sense. It was not a project we did to make so much profit, but a project we did, to build track record and also deliver affordability. And you see, before I even talk about how inflation really dealt with us, what we built here are very spacious spaces. When you go inside there, our living room is massive. Our toilets, our kitchen, all the rooms, they're massive, right? And when you have bigger spaces like this, it means that you would have you spend more on tiling, you spend more on screeding, more on painting, more on plastering, more on glass work. Like, it is more of everything. So within 2 months, guess how much our cost of construction was up to?
Around 2 billion.
So when we started the project, guess what? We sold out within a month. Yes, but we of course had some units reserved to sell afterwards, but like 1 or 2 units. But we needed to sell everything to be able to finance the project. Just so people pay and we're able to finance it. But within 2 months, my brother, we had an estimate of 1.6 billion to fund this project. Within 2 months, our cost of construction rose to 2.8 billion naira.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
It was really an insane moment for us because now, like, what are we going to do? So, even going back to subscribers, there is no amount of percentage we are going to tax them that is even going to make sense that would meet up to 2.8. So we've had to literally even liquidate a lot of our personal assets, a lot of our things, just so we're able to build a vision, build, good reputation, good name, and a good brand, of course. And people are able to believe us on the next one. So I would say there are a lot more other challenges, but there are challenges one can manage, artisans and crazy people in the project. But of course, it's been a very good experience.
With a project like this and that of number 31, I'm sure there are major lessons you've learned. I would like to ask, how does this impact what we plan to do moving forward?
So from some of our experiences, really, we've been able to realize that we need to raise capital, we need to raise finances, right? But of course, we need to raise money at cheap rates, affordable rates, right? And we can't emphasize enough how much finance has plays a lot when it comes to construction, right? Imagine we're able to raise 50% of what it costs to approach the project. We have 50%, already an hedge over inflation. That way we go into the project having 50% of the project, we're able to do more within a short period of time and even do it very fast, right? So that way, that's number one. And also, that way we're also able to leverage on 50% deposits, 50% payment of the subscribers. So that way the project goes 100% and is fully delivered, right? Then we have the remaining payments. We are able to use the remaining payment to pay back, the money and also the rates, and really it's really a straightforward business and we do understand this business well. We've faced all of these experiences ourselves and, we've seen the ups and downs of it. Another one also is majorly being able to work with subscribers, to make sure they're able to, work with a payments plan. Right. For us as a company, it's really important for us to keep delivering because we're a young company and we have a long way to go and a lot to do. So we would not want to get to a time where we take on projects that we are unable to deliver because people default. So it's important for us to be able to work with people constantly, to be able to, pay when they need to pay, and then just keep to the part of the contract of the project. And I would say lastly, also some of the major experience and lesson that we've gotten from this project is to peg our prices in dollars. Not exactly selling in dollars, but of course not forgetting the fact that everything we buy is in US dollars. Right? Everything is, 80% of what we have here is imported, right? And one way or the other, they have a lot to do with dollar. So it's important to always make sure that we have a good conversion rate, that secures the value you get in Naira.
So beyond Ace being a young company and trying, why should anyone do business with Ace? Maybe an investor or a buyer or even a financier.
So for us as a company, over the years, we've built expertise, we've built experience and skills, right? And I won't lie to you, we've built the very hard way, tough way, right? Learning, difficult ways of doing this business. But of course, one of the things we've been able to do is to always deliver on our promise, deliver on the confidence people have in us, and deliver on business, right? And not just because long-term, business we want to be able to build and long-term relationship. Yes, of course, at the end of the day, some people understand the challenges, some people don't. However, what matters to us is we deliver, right? So whether for any investor or for any buyer, the confidence at all times is Ace would always deliver on business, always deliver on promise, right? A lot of people have done businesses with us just because they know that in the worst case scenario, Ace would find a way around it. You get? So we can't always deny that there will be challenges, but we can only say, even in the midst of it all, would you be able to still keep to your word? Would you be able to pay me back my money? Would you be able to deliver my house? Would you be able to deliver business? Do you understand? That's we've been able to do over the last 5 years, and we're confident we're able to do in the next 10 years and even more. You see, I might not even be the CEO in the next 5-10 years, but this is just a foundation for the business we're looking to build that outlive us at the end of the day. That people keep recommending Ace, people keep doing business with Ace, and not just because they like us, but much more because their confidence in us is always protected, even in the worst case scenarios.